Banks, Way Up, I'm here. And Jabari Banks is back again.
Let's go.
Back again on Way Up, but also back again on Bel-Air.
Yes,
Season 3 is premiering. I got a chance to get the first 3 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, did you see it?
I haven't seen it yet. What do you
That's
think?
so funny that we get to see it. And
Before we do.
Yeah, before you do. Man, first of all, you know I love the show. And our producer was telling you before we started the interview, your interview up here on Way Up was one of our biggest interviews.
Wow.
So thank you for that.
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, that's shocking to me. That's beautiful. Though.
Really?
Yeah, shout out to the fans. I mean, it's all love. That's why we're still here.
I think personality-wise, people like you also.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, I try to be just myself, you know?
So how's it feeling for you on a show that, you know, we all saw when you first got the call that you got the role, and here we are ready for season 3. How do you feel?
I mean, it's crazy that it's like we're 2 years in, almost going on the 3rd year now. You know, I say thank you to the fans 1,000 times over, you know what I mean, 1,000,000 times over, because we wouldn't be here without them. But it feels really good, you know. It feels like we're stepping into our own era, our own shoes, and we're taking the story, like, you know, somewhere else with this. So it's beautiful. It's a beautiful feeling.
How long has it been since season 2 ended? It feels like a while for some reason.
Yeah, because, you know, we went through a strike, you know, the actors' strike and then the writers' strike. So it's been a year. It's been a year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yep.
So did you have to be like, okay, because I know I had to go back and be like, what happened last season? You know, they give the recap.
Yeah.
But I was like, let me go watch the last episode from season 2 before I get into season 3.
Yeah, I always watch the, before we start filming, I watch the seasons just to get in the mode, you know what I mean? Yeah.
And there's some good topics this season coming up. And you know I'm not going to give anything away, but entrepreneurship is also a big topic. I can see for this new season. Vic Mensa's on the show.
Oh, shout out to Vic Mensa, bro. He was a pleasure to work with. Yeah.
Yeah, talk to me about that, because there's a lot of guest appearances. There always have been, but this season it feels like a lot more than usual
Absolutely.
already.
Yeah, I mean, it's a blessing. Excuse me, I'm going to take one drink real quickly.
It's not tequila, guys. Okay.
It's just coffee. Excuse me. No, it was a blessing to have that many appearances. You know, people love the show.
Yeah.
You know, blessing in itself. But, you know, like, people wanted to go and be a part of it. And, you know, so we had the honor to have Vic Mensa on the show, and he brought his energy to it. It was amazing. And we also have a beautiful appearance by Joseph Marcel, the original Jeffrey. So I think that's going to be very, very shocking for people to watch.
Jeffrey's going through. He kind of a gangster.
Yeah, well, and we'll see how the old Jeffrey
I don't
plays
really know
into
what's going on, but
it's honestly going to shock you. I'm not going to lie. When I read the script, I was like, there's no way they're doing this, you know. And so I'm very excited for that.
Do you read the script like you know, episode by episode, or do you get to see what's going to happen throughout the season?
No, so we're episode by episode. So
oh,
we're
wow.
just
So you have no idea.
We have no idea. So by the time we got episode 8, I'm like, yo, there's episode 8 is crazy. Like, you know what I mean? So, because we don't know where it's going, you know? And somehow the writers on the show, shout out to Carla Banks Waddles and all the whole writing team, you know, they're so tapped in to the story, but also it feels like they're so tapped into our lives, and they know where we are in our lives, and they intertwine that with the show, and that's why I feel like it feels so authentic, you know. I'm
trying not to ask questions that'll give anything away, so, but we do know Marlon Wayans, and we saw that last season. That's your father, your estranged father on the show.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different topics on here, and I'm wondering which themes you relate to, you know, because I know we see rich people problems, and then we see Will's problems on the show, right? And his problems are so different. But I think we also have a tendency to believe that just because somebody grew up privileged, they don't have issues. And Carlton has a lot of issues.
Absolutely.
But so do, you know, Phil and Viv.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. I mean, you know, it's like, yeah, we see people in these like privileged positions, and we don't think that they're going through the stuff that they're going through. And even for the character Carlton, like, you know, like growing up a rich black kid in Bel-Air, like, you know, he's a fish out of water in his own regard, right? Like, whereas to Will, it's like coming from Philly to Bel-Air, he's a fish out of water in his own regard as well. And so, like, everyone has a story, and so I think we do a great job with highlighting the different perspectives and the different paths that black people have, like, you know what I mean? Like, we always say, you know, black people aren't a monolith, you know what I mean? And so we really try to highlight that with this show.
It's also hard being a black person growing up around rich white people.
Yeah, exactly. I could never imagine that. I can't, you know?
Because I did go to private school. I went to public school first, and then I went to private school.
Yeah.
And it's definitely tough, I think, making that transition from, you know, relating to a character like Will coming from Philly and then going to Bel-Air. I know for me, like, I was in a program where we had to go from public school and it was quote unquote underprivileged youth going to a private school where all these kids, families have money and things like that. And it's a culture shock it was a culture shock for me.
Absolutely.
Being able to try to fit in some way and never really feel like you belong there.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people go through that, and that's so many different people's experiences. That's mine as well. Like, I grew up around all black people. You know what I mean? I went to school with all black people my whole, elementary school, middle school, high school, and then I went to college, and there were so many privileged, like, white kids around me, like, and I had a great experience, like, getting to know them and also, like, trying to find out where I fit in within this world, this new world that I'm in, and I think a lot of people can relate to that. So,
did you feel like there were any type of like, because there would be certain things that would happen to me. They'll be like, "Oh, you're not like the rest of these black people." It's like, hold on, slow down.
Yeah,
I am a black person. Did
Exactly.
you experience certain times, where you felt like, I don't know if I feel comfortable.
Yeah,
here,
absolutely.
Or
absolutely.
times when you feel like maybe I should have said something.
Sometimes it's hard to be exceptional. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, especially as a black person in a world that, like, doesn't really accept you, like, they regard you in a way that, like, how they view, like, others, the other black people. And so, like, I definitely experienced that for sure. Like, just being a guy that, is really, really cares about, like, my craft, really, really, like, intentional with how I move, you know what I mean? And they didn't really, like, understand. They didn't really see that a lot. They didn't have an example of that. And so, like, the way that they would interact with me was interesting. But
even being an athlete, because sometimes there's a stereotype.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, all of those things.
All of those things.
And I also feel like you've been living out your music dreams too.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I have a single coming out. It's called Weekend Drive on the 16th of this month, August 16th. Yeah, so go get that and listen to that. Yeah.
I saw you doing We Are the Champions.
Oh man, yeah.
Talk to me about that.
That was amazing. No, that was like, that was very, very last minute. And shout out to Peacock. They hit me up. They needed some talent to sing on the Macy's Day Parade float.
That's a huge deal. You know how many people were watching you? I've seen so many videos.
I'm like, I can't turn that down. That's crazy. Like, I'm just living out my wildest dreams. It was wild because we're taking a float through the streets of New York, and there's thousands of people like that go out and watch, and it's super cold, and like, I'm smiling the whole way through. You have to smile the whole way through. And it's
they told you that? They said you got to smile.
Smile and wave the whole way through. By the end of it, it was like an hour. By the end of it, my mouth was hurting. It was crazy. But it was a great experience. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, that was fun.
And you played Metro Boomin.
Yeah.
Man, so you got that call. So 21 Savage's movie, it's a biopic, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's a trailer, but it's a music video.
Okay.
And so it's like, the music video was the trailer for his project. It was a great rollout.
I felt like I was like, is he doing a whole full feature movie?
Yeah. So basically, it was crazy. So that was last minute as well, too. I get a call from my manager. He was like, yo, Donald Glover wants you to be in this 21 Savage music video. And I was like, yo, how can I say no to that? Like, right. I love both of those artists. And, I filmed it. It was a one-day shoot. And when it came out, it was a trailer, and I'm like, yo, did they shoot the whole movie? I'm like confused.
Like, I was like, when is a full-length feature movie?
Because I didn't shoot anything else, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So it was just that. So yeah, but it was a trailer. It was actually a music video trailer, but it was dope the way they rolled it out.
So it was Donald Glover that hit you up for that?
Yeah, he and my team, yeah. Yeah.
That's dope. So did you know him? Like, did y'all know each other prior to that, or was it?
No.
So it's not even an audition process for you anymore. It's just a call and come do this.
It depends on the project. It depends on the project, but that was super dope because I grew up loving Donald Glover, Childish Gambino, and I got a chance to really sit down and talk with him and get in his head and that during that shoot, and he was super dope, like super down to earth. We rode in the car together. It was beautiful. Yeah.
How has life changed for you? Because, we saw you years ago up here. Well, not that long ago because the show's only been around for like a year and a half. But early on when I started Way Up and you came on the show.
Yeah.
And now it's just like everybody. And some people are just discovering the show too. While some people have been watching it from the first season.
Absolutely.
It's also nice when people are like, I'm just now getting up on this. It's really dope. That's why streaming is so amazing.
Exactly.
For people to be able to catch up on past episodes. But what has life been like for you? Like, how has that adjustment been? Because you've been getting other roles, other offers.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a blessing. It's literally a dream come true, You grow up, having these dreams of like, I want to do this, I want to do that. And for me, that dream was, telling stories. And I get the opportunity to do that every day. Like, I get the opportunity, and sometimes it's hard. Sometimes you have to wake up at 4 or 5 a.m. But like, it's all worth it in the end. When you see the final product, it's like, this is what I do it for.
Now, I want to know your personal opinion on certain things that might happen on the show.
Okay.
Like, you see his relationship, Will's relationship with his father, his father who is estranged, and then he does actually end up going to talk to him. What are your personal thoughts? And this is just from me seeing, like, the first episode of the new season. What are your personal thoughts about in real life? If that was your friend, if Will was your friend, and his father was kind of absent from his life, didn't do much for him, what would you say to somebody if they were like, I don't know if I should go talk to my dad, and his dad is kind of an ass?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think it's important to rekindle any relationship as far as like when you have your parents here on this earth, like, you know what I mean? It's important to, like, you know, try to mend that relationship if it's broken. And I felt like that's what Will, like, you know, there's like a lot of people that I know, like, you know, who have like absent fathers. And,
yeah,
you know,
me too, unfortunately.
And it's not and like for a lot of people, I've realized that it's not any animosity towards like this person. It's just like, I don't know this person, you know what I mean? And so like, I think that's where Will was in the moment. It was like, I really don't know you, and I would love to get the chance to know you since you're here in, you know, Bel-Air. And so I think that was what's most important to him. And I feel like, you know, getting past all the animosity and all the hurt and all the pain,
and being able to forgive,
being able to forgive, and then once you get past that, like, those moments are so rewarding. Like, it's like, oh, okay, I can see you more as a person now.
I always wonder how a father could not want to be in their child's life. You know, that's always been crazy to me.
Yeah, I mean, that's the concept that I'll never understand. But
have you been watching the Olympics?
I have, yeah. I was actually out in Paris. I just got back yesterday.
So talk to me about Paris and what that experience was like while you were out in Paris.
It was too live. It was Paris is like one of the most beautiful cities in the world. It's one of my favorite cities now. Like, I definitely want to go back ASAP.
I got to go to a wedding there in a couple of weeks.
Oh yeah?
I was like, thank God it's after the
Olympics.
You
ever been though?
I've been a long time ago, but only for work, when I used to work for Wu-Tang.
Got you.
And
okay.
so I've been there like to the venues where they have shows, but I've never had a chance to really just chill.
Explore, yeah. So you go to south of France, beautiful.
Oh, okay. I've been to south of France.
Okay, so I
forgot about that. I've been to Cannes and I've been to Saint-Tropez. I went to Magic Johnson's birthday party.
Okay. So you've been
when
there.
I tell you, I was feeling real fancy.
Yeah.
But I did feel a little bit like a fish out of water too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you know, Paris is beautiful. I was like riding bikes around the whole city. It's a very like walkable city, but I also feel like very comfortable riding bikes around there. Like in New York, like I don't know if I'm gonna hop on that bike. You know what I mean? It's too much going on. But in Paris, it's beautiful. You know.
I feel like I'd be more comfortable here though, because I know my way around. I feel like in Paris, I don't know where I'm going. I might ride my bike and end up someplace I'm not supposed to be, because they do have hoods in Paris too.
Absolutely, yeah. Once you get out that circle, oh yeah. You don't get. But you know that it was interesting because a lot of the locals in Paris had left due to the Olympics. You know, because they were like, we don't want no smoke with the the outsiders, and so it was interesting, like viewing Paris like kind of empty in that way.
Who'd you go with?
I went with me and my manager, and then my two of my homies were out there as well. And so,
I just had to check. I don't know what's going on personally. That's a that's where everybody goes to get engaged and stuff like that.
That's city of lights, but city of love for sure.
Did you feel like it was a romantic vibe for you while you?
Absolutely. I mean, like the view is beautiful. Like you know, you're on the balcony. Like my view, I could see the Eiffel Tower like straight on. It's nighttime. The lights are up. It's just like it's a gorgeous vibe, you know. And the architecture out there is gorgeous.
You know what's hard about Paris too is knowing where to stay, like what hotels, because you think New York hotel rooms are small. Yeah. Paris is like, I think it's worse as far as like how much money you have to pay for a hotel and how small the rooms can be.
Man, it's a blessing. And another thing about like my new life, you know what I mean?
No, that's right.
They be hooking me up, you know, with the hotel room. So I had a smooth little suite, you know what I mean?
No, that's right.
Had the living room and the bedroom, so I was all right. So that's, you know, shout out to Peacock for that and NBC, you know, that was beautiful.
How do you feel now seeing how well everything has worked out? Because anytime a show starts, you never know if it's going to be like a season 2, a season 3, how it's going to continue. But for you, like, this is a dream come true, honestly, because a lot of shows don't make it. Yeah,
I mean, it's a blessing to get to do what I love. Like, you know what I mean? And that's the thing. Like, I can't say like thank you to the fans enough, because like they're keeping us going. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're here because a lot of people were against us in off the jump. You know what I mean?
They were, because you know what? It's also hard because that's a show that existed that was so popular.
Exactly.
And so everybody had their they come in with preconceived notions about what it's going to be. They come in like wanting to hate.
Exactly. But I understand it, because when I heard that they were doing a Fresh Prince reboot, I was like, there's no way they're really doing that. You know what I mean? But when I read the script, I was like, oh, I understand it now, and it's just a whole different take. And I think people can see that, you know, once you get over like the fact that it's like a Fresh Prince reboot, they're like, oh, this is low-key a whole different show.
And you have Will Smith's blessing. That's important too, because if it would have been done without that.
Man, I don't know if it would have worked. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but it was amazing to get his blessing too, and you know, big ups to Big Will too. Like he definitely like, he gave us all the tools that we needed to succeed.
I saw y'all pranked him too, so that was interesting.
Give me my money.
We did a reboot of that up here on Way Up with Mano.
Okay, got
and we
you.
got him.
Yeah.
He was the last one. And
That's funny.
He didn't realize till the end, but it did very well. Thank you. You always help us go viral.
Oh, I got you. It was not my idea at all, but I enjoyed doing it. Yeah.
Now, another thing that's happening on the show is Uncle Phil and Aunt Viv, their marriage.
Yeah.
And it looks like there might be like some little issues there. Mm-hmm. But I feel like every marriage is going to have times where it goes through like some humps and some certain things happen.
Yeah.
There's a situation where there's a little kiss that happens with Uncle Phil. Do you think that's something he should tell his wife? It wasn't. Let me see where your morals are.
Yeah, where my morals are. Nah, so check it out. Like. No, okay. I mean, for sure. I mean, honesty is the best policy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Honesty is the key to any relationship and trust. You know what I'm saying? And once you break that trust, it's hard to gain that back. You know, it's the easiest thing to keep, but it's the hardest thing to get back. You know what I mean? Once it's broken. And so yeah, I think it's important to be honest in any relationship, and you know what I'm saying. But it's that's a tough one, you know what I mean? Right. It's a tough conversation to have, but I think it's worth having. You'll see how it all develops.
I can't wait. Yeah, this is all things we don't know yet.
Exactly.
But and even when you watch the trailer, you get a little bit of an idea of certain things that are going to be happening. Open marriage could be a potential conversation.
That is insane. I'm telling you, the writers went crazy this season. It's a very spicy, hot season. I'm not gonna lie, very sexy. Yeah.
Can you see being married to like one person for the rest of your life?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I feel like you could do it.
Yeah.
Like just the vibes that I get from you, I could see that being, You seem like a nice person still, even in the midst of all this.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm gonna try to keep that. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, I want a big family. I want like 8, 9 kids. Like I'm trying to have like a family, like, you know what I mean?
8 or 9 kids?
Yeah, like I'm trying to have like a family, yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot of work.
Like I'm trying to have like a compound, you know what I mean? Like I want that family tree to look crazy, like.
Well, she gonna have to be, yeah. You know what I mean? Her job as a mom is gonna be the job that she's gonna have, because I can't see how you could have 8 or 9 kids and go to work
You
every
gotta
day.
be, that's a strong woman. That's a strong woman, but yeah, I'm gonna hold it down too, you know what I mean? So. That's it.
Well, now that you've gotten here, where do you see yourself going? I know you have other movies. Bad Genius coming out October 11th. October 11th. What are some other things that you're working on that we should know about?
Well, yeah, I got my music project coming out in October as well.
Oh, that's good timing.
Yeah, good timing. You know what I mean? And I got a single coming out August 16th. So it's all good. And the music is happening as well. And I also worked on, this was a dream come true as well, because my favorite book growing up was Diary of a Wimpy Kid, and I got a chance to work on that movie as well. So
that's so dope. Look at you living out your dreams.
Living out that dream is happening. It's happening.
And then I saw when you guys wrapped the season 3, you also dyed your hair and.
Yeah, I did, and I just dyed it back. It was blonde. I had a good moment. I liked it? I liked
Blondes
it.
have more fun. They say.
They have more fun, but you know what? Because I was so tired of the shape up. Like, you know what I mean? Like as black men, like we put so much pressure on the shape
y'all
up.
do.
You know what I'm saying? Like I got so sick of it. I'm like scrap it. You know what I mean? I just want to go blonde and I just want to go natural.
Just go
you know
wild.
What I mean? I had that, a couple months, and I was like, okay, let me get my shape up again.
And you had the owner of Mayel on the show, so I'm sure she hooked you up with some product to keep your hair moist.
They did. Hooked us up crazy, yeah.
That's great, though. I feel like business owners now are like the new celebrities, too.
Absolutely. We had Byron Allen on the show.
Yes.
Yeah, that was amazing.
I mean, I hope you went to him and was like, can we exchange contacts?
We was getting game. I was looking him dead in his eye when we was talking. I'm like, I'm trying to take everything in. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so the music is happening. August 16th is a new single. Is that right?
August 16th.
August 16th. The album's coming out in October.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, the Bad Genius is coming out in October.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, available right now, streaming on Peacock. We have Bel-Air season 3.
Come on.
What else? I mean, fashion, I feel like that's your thing, too.
Yeah, we're stepping into that era. You know what I'm saying? I got the good Jacqueline Mousse on right now. I hope that's how you say it.
I don't know how you say that.
Jacqueline Mousse.
I love that brand, though.
Yeah,
they have a nice collab with Nike that I got some stuff from.
Yeah, did you get the bag?
No, I got the sweatsuit.
Okay, fire.
In red,
yeah.
and then I have like a nice shirt. All right, go ahead.
No, but yeah, I'm stepping into that, too. Like, I love fashion as well, so I hope to see that blossom in the years to come.
All right. right.
Yeah.
But I see a lot of big things happening for you, and so I appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming through. I know you have a packed schedule.
Oh yeah.
But it means a lot to me that I know we booked this, and what I love is your team booked this way in advance.
Yeah.
This has been on the schedule for like 4 months.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
It really happened.
Good.
I had to rearrange something. Like, I can't go anywhere. We got Jabari Banks coming on the show this day, so thank you.
It's always a pleasure being here with you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And
absolutely.
Jasmine sends her hellos, too. She was here the first time. She has bronchitis and pneumonia.
Yeah,
I don't know who she was kissing.
Double whammy.
Yeah.
Damn. That is crazy.
She got the cooties.
Oh,
All right.
Lord. Yeah, well, yeah, it was. I'm a fan of you. I grew up watching you, so yeah, it's always good sitting here.
Thank
with
you.
Yeah.
Y'all know I'm old. No.
I didn't make you feel like that, but yeah.
No, I'm
yeah.
kidding. But thank you so much. I appreciate it. And much blessings to you. Well deserved. Cannot wait. Everybody, make sure y'all tune in to Bel-Air season 3. I saw the first 3 episodes, and I was up late at night trying to make sure that I finished it because I was locked in.
Yeah, love.
All right, it's way up.